Hello, I'm United States Senator Lamar Alexander from Tennessee. Thanks to Governor Ige for inviting me to be a part of your summit on the Every Student Succeeds Act. This summit is exactly what I'm calling on all the governors around the country to do, to develop a coalition of teachers, principals, parents, the chief state school officer, school superintendents, and school boards to start working on your state education plan, rather than waiting for the United States Department of Education to tell you what to do. 6 months ago, I stood at the White House as President Obama signed the Every Student Succeeds Act, which was the biggest evolution of federal control of the states in a quarter of a century, according to the Wall Street Journal. This law, fixing No Child Left Behind, represented a consensus that the path to higher standards, better teaching, and real accountability is through communities, classrooms, and states like Hawaii, not Washington, D.C. 85 United States senators, 359 members of the House of Representatives, the president, the governors, the teachers' unions, the state education commissioners, the school superintendents, they all said no to a national school board and yes to local school boards. The consensus was that everyone, not just Republicans or governors, had gotten tired of the Department of Education telling them so much of what they ought to be doing in education. Like telling Washington State exactly how to evaluate teachers, telling Hawaii what their standards must be, telling Tennessee exactly how to fix low-performing schools. The legislation reversed the trend towards a national school board and began to move back decisions into the hands of classroom teachers, school boards, governors, and state legislators. And if this law is implemented properly, as Congress intended with your help, I believe it will usher in a new era of innovation in the classroom. Today, I'm glad that Governor Ige is convening this gathering to highlight the importance of forming a state coalition of school boards, teachers, principals, parents, superintendents, legislators, and the chief state school officer to work together to make sure this law is implemented the way Congress wrote it. And the way Congress wrote it was to deliver control of K-12 education back to states and back to 14,000 local school boards across the country. We do not need a national school board. This state-level coalition should work together to develop a new state education plan to be submitted by July 2017, next year, at the latest. This state plan is necessary under the new law to receive the federal Title I and Title II dollars, among other formula funds for your schools. Beyond writing an education plan, our shared goal of implementing the law to protect local control can involve the following: monitoring what the Department of Education in Washington is doing, engaging in the regulations and guidance process, and sometimes simply just holding the line and saying no. If your state plan is for some reason rejected, you can have the department submit a rationale for rejection in writing, request a hearing, revise the plan, or take the department in Washington to court. Remember, the laws are written by people who you can get rid of by voting them out of office. The rules and regulations are written by bureaucrats you'll never meet. I will fight for your right to local control, as will the national coalition who helped write the law and the wide bipartisan majorities in Congress who voted for it. The path to higher standards is through you, not through Washington, D.C. If we can implement it properly, this new law will inaugurate a new era of innovation and student achievement by putting the responsibility for children back in the hands of those closest to them, the parents, the classrooms, teachers, the principals, and administrators. Thank you very much.